Hello and welcome to today's August 8th second stimulus check and second stimulus package update. If you're a subscribed member of my community, then welcome back. I really appreciate you. And if you're not, consider subscribing right now. All right. Sadly, it's been 2 weeks of back and forth negotiations, and it appears that any common ground found between lawmakers has been unable to produce fruit. We've literally just wasted the American people's time. Neither side at this time is prepared to make a deal, and the American people are left to deal with the mess. All week it appeared talks were productive and making progress. But by Friday, both sides said negotiations had become disappointing. Upon hearing this news, President Donald Trump told the media as he departed to meet with a manufacturing plant that he had directed his staff back at the White House to start drafting an executive order to end this mess. In the order, he told White House staffers to include language on extending the eviction moratorium so that renters in homes and apartments that are federally backed would not be kicked out of their home or their place of living. President Trump also demanded language on supplementing the federal unemployment assistance program through the end of the year. The dollar amount has not been shared yet, but we know President Trump was closer to the $600 per week than the $200 per week. So I think this will be out if an executive order is required. As soon as I know more, I will share more. However, it appears he wants to continue through the end of 2020 so that businesses will have 5 months to get jobs and hiring back up and going, and the American people will not fall into poverty due to lack of income. President Trump also asked White House staffers to include language on protecting student loan debts. The protection on student loan debts is set to come out of protection in September. But if people cannot find jobs or pay on their loans, we will see an already bad student loan situation become another national default crisis. So he wants protection on that as well. The president also asked to have payroll tax collections stopped. Several economists and professors had alerted President Trump that he had, in circumstances of emergency, authority to order the IRS to stop collecting taxes. It appears he is asking this to be done in the executive order so that those that are still working would immediately be able to start taking home more money. Trump said, "If Democrats continue to hold this critical relief hostage, I will act under my authority as president to get Americans the relief they need." This threat of executive authority comes after both parties have failed to pass a bill for multiple weeks that would help the American people during this time of extreme difficulty. Congress still has time to pass a bill, but it appears President Trump wants the executive order ready to sign in a moment's notice if they do not. Pelosi of the Democratic Party and Speaker of the House said, "This isn't about negotiating or leveraging or anything. It's about meeting the needs of the American people." Steve Mnuchin of the Treasury said, "I don't want to speculate as to whether there is an agreement or not. We will continue to try to get an agreement that's in the best interest of the people, and that's why we're here." And then Mark Meadows of the White House said, "An executive order is not a perfect answer. We'll be the first ones to say that. But it is all that we can do and all the president can do within the confines of his executive power, and we're going to encourage him to do that." Now, hey, if you found this video helpful, will you do me a favor and give it a like? That way YouTube will share it with others. This is really important information. It looks like an executive order is going to cut between the two parties' bad feelings and just get this done for the American people. But if you would give the video a like, I would really appreciate that. And if you'd share it on Facebook and other social media, that would be great as well. Okay, now, when this could happen could be as soon as tomorrow or the next day, but it looks like President Trump does want to give Congress the opportunity to go through the proper chain of authority. But at this point, he is losing his temper and feels that by having these delays from both parties, it is hurting the American people, and that's not what he wants to see. Now, many of you asked, why did you not do an update on Friday? You never miss an update, and that is true. But yesterday was my father's funeral, and I felt that it was appropriate to take the day to be with my family, to grieve, to speak at my father's funeral, and then lay him to rest. So I hope that you can understand and continue to support the channel. I hope nobody would go away because of just one day. All right, now I just want to remind you that you are amazing, and I hope that you can have as good of a weekend as possible. I want to thank you for being in my community, and I'll see you on the next video.